Big roar. Gawn clean possession. High ball inside. Duray came hard at it. Bailey Fritsch. And he hits the post. They have been inaccurate, Melbourne.
Could start haunting them a little bit too. Fritsch in that second quarter had a chance to wheel around and kick a goal, but opted to pass it off. If things are flowing and you've nailed a few goals, you just go back and kick those. So they need to land one soon.
Heavy fall from Taylor Duray. Ellie Dale finding Mitch Hannon. Who's been a ball of energy this year, Mitch Hannon, playing against his old side. It's one of the great stories. That's risky, but Cordy's able to make it look good. And now Duray. Got the loose over the top. Keith's got to get the good ball. Pickett with a pulverising, poleaxing tackle. But they've got the composure that perhaps they didn't have in the first quarter here with Bailey Smith.
Once they settled, they did start taking more risks, the Dogs, didn't they? That Hannon ball would have gone down the line early, but now they're looking to create.
Lots of players in the air. English has been so good. Didn't get any contact on that. Brown with a big thump. Flicking it over the back, and Hunter misses. Opening here. Harms, great smother. Williams, superb. Hunter. Nice ball for Norton. Those little things the Dogs are now doing. Smith. Treloar ahead of the footy. Long ball. Johannesson! Enormous grab. Should run around and kick it. First of the second half. For 4 in a row. Oh, it's a big play. That is massive. JJ, his first of the game, and that gives the Dogs exactly the start they needed.
It was a good penetrating kick from Treloar, and what a great mark from Johannesson there. 7 goals 3 to 1 goal 5 since quarter time.
Just on that penetrating kick from Treloar, the handball from Smith, if he goes back, kicks over his mark, but they're getting a player running past, just beating the player on the mark, which means they're getting much deeper entries and keeping the defence moving for Melbourne.
Yeah, really good point, Days. They're really getting some forward metres now. Oliver, just the man you want on the end of it. Petrarca searching inside. Strangely, Pickett made no effort to go in and mark it. And Duray, who's courageously had a crack at a couple in this quarter, winds up with it, sliding the ball sideways to Cordy.
Happy to go slow from this part of the ground. Now they want to switch. Back to Dale. Where does he go from here? Good ball for Easton Wood. They can't close the outlet, Melbourne. English has been a good long target all night. It gets out the back again. Hannon gets boot to ball. Salem comes in. He's wrapped up by Smith. Right in.
This is what caused that goal. We spoke about Johannesson's mark and great goal, but it was that smother. Williams, Melbourne had 3 or 4 numbers flying forward. It was a perfect smother. Got the ball back into their hands. Finished with the Johannesson goal.
Martin did pretty well. Petrarca just knew where it was going to fall though. Rourke Smith held the ball to him.
Saved a goal, the smother. It would have been deflating for Melbourne as well. They knew they were out. Smother like that, you know you've given up a goal.
At the back, Viney did well. Brayshaw, a little fumble there. Rourke Smith Melbourne with the numbers. Beautiful control of the footy from Lever. Safety first. Brayshaw did well. Throw it in again.
Melbourne here, they've got all their numbers on the defensive side. They've opened up the front of the stoppage, and you'll be looking for the Melbourne players on the defensive side of the stoppage to try and run through and break through the front.
Gawn clean possession, and then a handball flicked back to Angus Brayshaw. On the left, he goes looking for Oliver down the line. Rourke Smith was with him. Now back in the Max Gawn direction. It gets all the way past him, and they've got to be clean here, Melbourne. Brayshaw did that well. May, though, this kick is a worry. Neil Bullen made it work, but look at the closing of Treloar. Gets around, sticks it inside. Ooh, just misses English.
Angus Brayshaw, 7 touches. He has copped a few tonight, Brayshaw, and that one right in the breadbasket. It's going to fall short for the players here, or they've gone too far back, one or the other. Bontempelli trying to urge it out. Underneath there is Dunkley. Got it to Bontempelli. Made no real contact with it. Neil Bullen. And we'll ball it up again.
Max, step in. Thanks, guys. Alex.
This is where you'll be looking for McRae to try and roll around onto his left foot.
There is McRae. Neil Bullen had him covered on that occasion. Didn't let him move. Little knockout, sneaky handball to Law. Fast hands, Bailey Smith. Dunkley. Poor kick. Well picked up. Magnificent by Hibberd. Gave it to Lever. Lever strikes a long blow. Look at the Dogs jumpers. They are everywhere. Keith got it to Johannesson. He goes inside. Here's Norton. In front is Waitman. Couldn't mark it. May claims it. And luckily he's been paid it.
Short ball for Oliver. They want to go fast with Salem. He dumps it long for Ben Brown, who's got a couple of beat in the air, and he might get a free here, Ben Brown, I reckon. They generate something forward of the centre circles here, Melbourne.
Moving on, play on.
Just a long 1.5 forward. McDonald's been very quiet. Williams. Treloar, since quarter time's been brilliant. Bailey Smith.
Stand. Stand.
Numbers across the ground, so that's where he goes. Alex Keith. There was none of this on offer in the first term. Now uncontested footy really starting to work.
Stand. Stand. Straight up. Just jump straight up. Play on.
Nearly. Hunter.
Stand.
McRae, and Hunter runs on for him. Not 15, so he's got to play on. Left foot, long one. And appalling.
You can see the Doggies and what they're trying to do. We know Melbourne, their intensity around the ball when you're trying to play fast football, their pressure will come at you. They're trying to just suck the life out of Melbourne. They're trying to kick mark, build the game up just to try and get that defensive zap.
Look at that dominance in the quarter. 64% time in forward half for the Dogs this quarter. So they are giving themselves time there. They need to provide some opportunities out of that, though. So often we see this happen and the team go to the other end and kick an easy goal. Salem steers it wide. Beautiful direction. Jackson got a push, I reckon. Shot.
Back here. Yeah, go through. Back over it, please. Just here. Stand.
See the players rushing, everyone getting forward of the man on the mark. Melbourne hold a few troops back, as you can see, out the far side of the ground. They're thinking about it. May wanted it. Jackson says, no, I will go here. McDonald hasn't done a lot in this game so far. Tries to hustle and physically get this one out. He did in the end of Neil Bullen. Now they find a little bit of open ground. Daniel got there before Petrarca. Beautiful pick up by McRae. Bailey Daly was out the back. Daniel, the pressure is coming, and the Dogs absorb it.
Johannesson Good ball for Bailey Smith. Short one, just gets there. Back to Smith, who's going to run into trouble. Just got to put boot to ball. Norton. Things are just falling now for the Dogs. Got good long targets. Lever's got his work cut out. He spills the mark. Steph Martin keeps it in, though.
You can see for the Dogs, that long kick forward is last resort. They want to get a runner going past for a handball or even squeeze a little nothing 15-metre kick laterally. They're just buying their time to open up a gap. Long and predictable, last resort.
Dogs again, yet another stoppage in their forward end of the ground. Waitman, Langdon hadn't covered. Oliver tries to hustle it out, did well, a lot of Dogs jumpers. Bonampelli straightens it up, here they go again. English wins the footy, ripping handball. Martin standing start, beautiful smother. Now Waitman tries to shake Salem. Little kick inside, and it's marked here by Alex Neal-Bullen.
So now they have to invent something. They've been too safe from this position this whole quarter, the Ds. To stem the flow, that's okay, but they've now got to go.
One score apiece in this term. For the Dogs, it's been a goal, and that's what matters to them, of course. They go back inside again with a floating one. Salem should have taken the mark and didn't. They're bringing pressure on themselves here, the Demons.
My ball, grabbed it off him.
You talk about efficiency going forward. The last 21 inside 50s for the Doggies have kicked 7-3. The last 21 for Melbourne, they've kicked 1 goal, 7.
Will that come back to haunt them? Gone straight to Harms. Broken up handball, McRae to Rourke Smith, who released the footy somehow. I'm not quite sure. They've still got it inside 50. Williams taken in a tackle. Look out, Bontempelli. Oh, this is some game he's playing. He has 3. Supreme.
Been so impressed with the Dogs. They stay in the contest. You might get them first time, turn it over, and then they're back. Numbers turn up, force another turnover. They're just living in the long contest as longer than Melbourne at the moment and making them pay.
Irrespective of the result today, you are now watching one of the greatest Dogs ever. He goes on and wins the premiership and perhaps even the Norm Smith today. He will be a top dog. Both he and EJ won premierships and had best and fairest in the same year. Bont may do it again. Viney able to get possession, fired the handball, took some metres. Duray under enormous pressure, but hasn't he coped so well? Now, will that be ruled deliberate? I said so, yes.
On the line.
No one in the vicinity, says Moulton. And Angus Brayshaw does play on. Melbourne needs something. Who's going to supply it? Keith. Big defensive mark.
Really need to hit the scoreboard here, Melbourne. They're on the ropes a little. May to get to the front of this. Norton, hands good. Got to stop this bleeding somehow. It gets to the back again. Hannon, I thought he might have had a little hold. He'll get a free this time.
High tackle. Bulldogs. Back to Mitch Hannon. Now. Stand. Play on.
Off to McRae running past. He couldn't handle it, but it's at the right end for the Doggies. Little dribbler, that's not far enough. Big tackle put on by Rivers.
He's done nothing wrong today, Trent Rivers. Been impressive, clean, stood up when he's had his moments.
I reckon the Demons need 2 of the next 3 goals. They're just 1 goal away from exploding again, I reckon. But they need some... Oh, Gawn had his head ricocheted to the hard surface. That was dangerous. Very, very lucky. Have a look at this. Daniel and Goliath collide. Jackson doing the ruck work. Gawn's gone for a rest. And it comes out in his direction. Needs to keep this alive. Bailey Williams will be happy with the boundary.
They need a goal, BT, as much for just to settle their nerves. 1-7, it starts eating away at you. They need to eat into this margin, but also settle the nerves the D's have.
Jackson to the front. Viney went without. Through came Smith. Harms now. Long one into space. Fritsch in the best position possible.
Well done, Jack Viney. That last stoppage out, he was on the move through. He actually made something happen. He didn't want to sit back and let the Bulldogs dictate the stoppage. He came bursting through. Yes, he didn't get the clearance or a possession, but he opened up the space for Harms to come bursting through, and it was a beautiful kick.
Well, this is a massive set shot now for Melbourne. Get this game back on terms. Bailey Fritsch, 2 on the night. Now he's got 3. See, they needed that. They needed that badly.
And there Brian is, he's on the move, he's bursting through, he's an aggressive young fella, and that's what opened the space for Harms to come through. But then that perfect kick there, out in front, Fritsch has been a sensational pickup for him. He's really worked into his own. His goal kicking is elite, and when you're leading out to a ball like that, it's a great finish.
Goal 115 for Fritsch. I don't reckon he's kicked a more important goal in his career than that one right there. They need the next one or the one after even. 2 out of the 3. Oliver, here they come. Petrarca, long ball. Fritsch over the back. Recovers and goes. He kicks it. Fritsch has got 4. Crowd's gone mad. Down by 7.
Jeez. Listen to that.
Fritsch has 4.
Well, just that first Fritsch goal, it's amazing the impact it has. Suddenly it settles Oliver clean out of the middle. Thinks his way through it, gives a handball to Petrarca, which means they get a clean entry. And Fritsch, feeling good about himself, flies for the mark. That's 10 minutes ago when they're safe and choked up. Maybe it's a tentative little knockdown, but he crashed that pack.
First goal from centre circle clearance there for Melbourne. They had 6 with the prelim. Here's another look. Long one, Petrarca. Benny Brown. There we are. Coming out the front of a centre stoppage, Christian Petrarca. What a sight that is.
Hasn't the last 3 minutes just changed? Everything else sitting back thinking, how's Melbourne going to react? They didn't have much of a fight against the Lions. They didn't have much of a fight against Geelong. This is the first time they've been taken up to in the final series, and they've responded in the right way.
Benny Brown. Got it. Big response, Melbourne. Two on the night for Brown. 3 in a row, Melbourne. 1-point margin. Breathing a little easier, Simon Goodwin.
We got two of the greats here. This is one of them, Petrarca. The other one's Bontempelli. Days. Why the sudden turnaround? Is there a reason for it?
Well, they've rediscovered their dare. It was set off by Viney, as Hodgie said, just crashed through, took matters into his own hands. Since then, the Harms kick off the line, created. Then they've been a bit more creative and prepared to take the game on out of the middle.
Wow. This game is just continuing on an incredible, non-predictable pathway.
Inaccuracy eats away at your BT, so sometimes a goal just to get things back on track.
Yep, no doubt about it. McRae, a moment ago, it was living in the Dogs' forward end. Here's Treloar, Waitman, able to recover the footy, got it to Bontempelli, Oliver got him, got it away to Waitman. Waitman goes one-on-one into the square. No one, Petty, happy with the boundary there.
Not surprising after that last Ben Brown goal. Bontempelli was on the bench. He's come straight on, gone straight into the centre square. Get your main players in and around the ball when the flow's going against you.
2 goals in a row out of the centre for the Demons. Jackson to the front. Brayshaw. Benton found it. Controlled it pretty well. Viney got absolutely barreled. And well done, Williams. Focusing on the footy, going back.
Stand.
High ball. May with the fist. McRae gets taken in the tackle. There will be a baller.
Well battled. Stand up. Thanks.
It was well battled. Brayshaw was preying on him the moment he got possession, and he nailed him. Dogs forward in. They lead by a point. 6.5 remaining in the third. Jackson out the back door. Viney through traffic, kept the arms alive. Brown now with Keith. Keith pushed him under the footy. Went and got it again. Little chip out. Langdon. Has he got anyone forward? The answer's no. But look at Pickett. Stick it out in front of Pickett. Let him run. Oh boy, he's gone over the head. And look for McDonald and Bailey Williams. I like the foot race with Pickett. Daniel. Beautiful kick to Liberatore. And they settle.
Good result for the Dogs, that. Although May's in good marking position here. Wants to go quick. Can to Angus Brayshaw. He's got Big Max wide. Brayshaw has a bounce. Has another one. Into the forward pocket. Kick had too much heat on it. Out of play.
That there is why he chooses McDonald and not Pickett, because if you turn it over where Pickett was in the middle of the ground, it's harder to defend. At least to McDonald, defence could get him behind. That's what set up the intercept mark for May.
Wow. Demons have come to life again. Harms clobbered. Pickett high. Gee, I thought Libber had an arm over his shoulder. I think we saw one earlier. And it was not paid. And look at Petrarca going bananas. This had to be high. He was down trying to win the footy. High to Brown, against Brown here. And it'll go to Daniel. Sloppy kick by Daniel. Brayshaw able to pick it up. He too was sloppy. Petrarca tries to turn his man inside out. Got it back to Brayshaw. Johannesson closes. Dogs did well.
Bowie flicks it over the top. Angus Brayshaw back with the fly. So some territory back here for Melbourne. After the Western Bulldogs had all of it for about 45 minutes.
Been very good, Brayshaw. 19 touches, coming up for his 20th from a wing is a big day, and he's been so clean. The gather below his knees just prior to this involvement.
I wish he'd spent some time looking at the goal to understand what he needs to do. He's now got 5 seconds.
These are big kicks. Inaccurate first half for the Demons. Big moment here. Oh, that is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Four in a row, Demons.
I wasn't sure about this. Caleb Daniels asked for the handball off Stephen Martin. You've got all your players down at a stoppage, so Melbourne are naturally going to have defenders outside the forward 50 waiting for that ball. But then here, the desperation from Brayshaw. Dave, you said it before, he's been very good. He's been clean. He's in the 20s with touches, and he's copped a couple of solid knocks, but that means so much. You could see him turn around. He pumped up the crowd. He got them going.
He doesn't need to pump them up, Hodgie. They're already pumped up. This is the loudest crowd I've heard.
Jeez.
It was the Demons by 21 early, then the Dogs by 19. Now the Demons by 5. In the hands of Bontempelli, who slams the ball long. Who can get on the end of this? Lever did a brilliant job. Smith, Dunkley, back inside to Rourke Smith. Little tipping ball. Shackey had to go. He sat under a clunker and they clobbered him. They didn't let him get away with that one. Brown now in the middle. What can Melbourne make of this? This would be a real lifter, an incredible lifter. Neil Bullen, wide to Sparrow. Sparrow's got Pickett on. He goes for home. Max couldn't get there. 6-point Melbourne lead. Josh Shackey got crunched.
Oh, we've just been talking about this man. Shackey had a nice run and jump at that, back with the flight brave, and equally as brave against 2. Easton Wood should have been a goal to the D's. Very good from him.
Treloar called to go, as you heard. Wide one. Bowie had hit him in the head. Petrarca stands up in the tackle, flicks it back. Oliver Bontempelli, Petty. They try and work the phone box, and Bontempelli's having none of that.
You can see the D's have their confidence back. Petrarca wanting to keep that ball alive, flicking it over his head. They know they've got the momentum. For about a quarter of footy, they were taking that out, happy to take the stoppage, very safe.
So ball in. Petrarca went without. Sparrow with some room. Play on. The players don't realise it. Short one to Salem. He wants to bite off the corridor. Viney with just the one hand. Ripped in a tackle. Releasing it now, Rivers. Sparrow's got to be quick by hand here. That's holding the ball.
Lipper goes. Shackey. Johannesson. Nothing further afield though, so he'll have to stop. 2 minutes in the quarter remaining. Johannesson, long ball. Norton's there. So was Bontempelli. Lever, clearing ball, neat and tidy. Bowie. This young man is yet to play in a loss for the Melbourne Footy Club. Short kick to May. Frothy's May, here he is. Little chip to Brayshaw. Brayshaw around the corner. They're pressing. 1:30 in the quarter remaining. Melbourne by 6 points.
Salem. Gawn gets out in front. McDonald. Got Petrarca forward to the ball and Brown. Brown comes at it. Wins it really nicely. And then a hold. So 1:10 left.
Did really well, Brown, to compete with that first one. Out of position, too deep. Just got it to ground.
Clock stops. Can they find another one here, Melbourne? They've kicked the last 4 of this game. Long ball, Pickett at the back. Petrarca. Petrarca. Oh, wow. How good is that? Christian Petrarca, no way. They looked really wobbly at the 7-minute mark of this term, Melbourne.
We spoke that Melbourne are the best third-quarter team in the AFL, and a lot of it's to do with the midfield. And this man has been sensational today. Just the composure there, just to sum it up. Dribble on the outside, realised there was no Doggies player near him. And then once again, BT, you said about the crowd, he's turned around and got him going again.
He's kicked the Dusty goal early. He's kicked the Dacos goal late. And if you cross Dusty and Dates, you get Petrarca.
Decent player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Six clearances as well.
He's got both of them. Petrarca and Bonampelli going head-to-head. Here he is to Oliver again. This one will be a big one. Sparrow to make it a 3-goal, 3-quarter time lead. He's got it. Melbourne are up by 3 goals on the eve of 3-quarter time. I know Melbourne are on a charge here. They've kicked 6 consecutive goals, but the crowd noise level here is illegal, JB. It is so noisy.
Great work, Tom McDonald on the line.
They're the small things. When you haven't had the best day like McDonald, those small little things just count for so much.
30 seconds left. Little one from Viney. Surely not another one. Handball to Oliver. Streaming through. Bang! Bang, bang, bang! That is incredible.
Biggest lead of the match, JB.
Goals from centre square. What this club's famous for, and they've brought it this term.
That's 4 for the quarter, 4 centre bounce goals. It's because they're not just getting clearances where you kick through hands and scrounge one forward. It's all out the front. They've been clean and then looking for each other on the handball, bursting through the front.
So Hodgie, 15 seconds left. They can't afford the Dogs to concede another. So if the Dogs, what are you trying to do here?
They're just going to make sure at the stoppage, at the back, you can't let them come out the front. They've come out the front way too often. The most concerning thing I saw then is the Bulldogs midfield and defenders turned around, put their head to the ground and walked away. Hunter was in there trying to get them up and about. They need to shut it down. No more scores going into the third quarter.
Well, this is possibly the best 17 minutes in the club's history. It is unbelievable. Melbourne by 24. They're shaking the foundations of this place because of this man here. Petrarca gets the handball away. The Dogs have got a hold on. And they will.
Stand up, stand up.
Siren will go on the bounce of this ball. Melbourne are going to take the biggest lead of the game into the 3-quarter time break. Goodness gracious me! The Dogs kick the first 2 and led by 19. And then 7 straight for the Demons have